quite a bit of rain last night, just as I was packing away. So I put these in the sun to dry off, which they already have, no problem there. And I just want to give them a couple of coats of paint this afternoon. Not really a sort of work day, but that means I'll be ready to sort of crack on next time, because obviously I've got to wait for the coats of paint to dry. I'm also going to give them a little bit of a clean up with a wire brush, because obviously they are used items, so let's get cracking with that. Don't know where these have been, so for those of you who don't know, I found all this decking out on the road. I was driving along and spotted it, just dumped in a corner somewhere. So I stopped and filled up the Saab. I planned on using it for firewood, but it's in such good condition I've so far built a couple of shelves and repaired my workbenches with it. Now it will become the roof for my wood store, and I've still got plenty left. It's time for a bit of paint. Well, that's one coat on the first side, so I'll turn them all over now and do a coat on the other side. Don't worry, I won't make you watch all the same process being repeated. Well, not much anyway. Well, that's the second side done, so they've all had one coat. I also did the edges a second time because I'm concerned about making sure the edges are as good as possible, because they're all going to be butted up next to each other and they could get, you know, a little bit damp. But I think that's probably all I'm going to get done for today. Well, I've just done a cheeky second coat on the undersides of these bits of wood, which means when that dries off in a bit I can put them all back in place, so that'll be one thing out of the way, won't it? And I'm not done yet. Well, I keep packing up and then decided to do a bit more. I've got all the woods back where they're supposed to be, and do you know what, they're dry enough. It's only going to take me 10 minutes to give them a coat on the top now. They're all back in place, so might as well just crack on with that. Of course, I've still got to cut a few little cuts just to get everything to fit. But if I get this done tonight, that's nearly all the painting done, and I'll be pleased. Right, well, that'll definitely do for today. Well, I really don't have very much more to do now. I've just got to cut a few bits out of some of the woods just to get them fitting snugly up against the fence, and then I've just got to screw everything down. I managed to find some half-price screws at Screwfix, 50mm. Bit of an overkill really, probably could have used nails, but just going to go along and fix those all down, and hopefully that'll see me right for this winter. Just mark that out. Yes, the chisel's a bit blunt too. Wasn't quite sure what to do here. That's it. Freshly cut ends really soak up the paint. I just cut a new piece for here. I hadn't made a very good cut around that post, and also that particular piece of wood was a bit warped, a bit concave actually, so with those two things in mind I thought let's have a new bit. It's still a bit fresh off the painting shop as it were. I'll just get him in place. There's actually one more little bit to do, isn't there? The wood store takes my weight, no problem. Right, well, I'm going to leave it there. The wood store is complete. I'm sure there'll be tweaks and changes and modifications as time goes by, but for now I think this is good enough, and I can head out and try and find myself some wood to fill it up with. Well, good few bags of wood there, 10 to be precise. Certainly knocked a hole in it, or the opposite really, filled a hole. I kept the trolley, I knew it'd come in handy. Well, as you can see, I got around to adding that little extra bit of fencing across the top there. That was just a question of using a few of those old bits of fence panel that weren't up to much, but for a light decorative touch, well, they were perfect. And of course, plenty of wood now and still room for a bit more. I hope you've enjoyed seeing the wood store, and I'll see you in the next thing. Bye for now.